you open to a little bit of charades? Okay. All right. Glad you said yes. Okay. So, what am I?
Thinker.
You guys are good. But I already knew that. The thinker. An iconic statue. I mean, I heard it, I just felt this wave. The thinker. First cast by Auguste Rodin in 1902. I saw The Thinker as a young boy, and it instantly resonated with me. It created a feeling in me that that's what I want to be in the world. A thinker. I'm going to be a thinker. And then a few years later, I ran into a statement. It was a reasoned observation. And it was this. It was the veritable verbal equivalent of the thinker. And the statement was, I think, therefore I am. René Descartes, the man who founded modern philosophy, was trying to answer a question. And the question was, what is it that I can be absolutely certain of? What is it that I can be absolutely certain of? And he reasoned this way. He realized that he was always thinking. He was always thinking. He had no doubt about that. And so he said, all right, I think, therefore I am. He equated his thoughts to his being. He was equating his thinking to his essential nature, his I am, his Christ within, his Buddha nature, as the Hindus say, to his Atman. And he thought that he had discovered the ultimate truth, when I and a few others believe, and maybe you, we understand what he discovered. It wasn't the ultimate truth, but the root of the ego. Last week we took a look at this statement. You are not who you think you are. I am not who I think I am. You are not the voice in your head. You are not your most strongly held and cherished and passionate beliefs. You are not that. You are something much more than that. See, those things change. Your thoughts change. What the voice inside your head tells you changes all the time. Your beliefs can change sometimes moment to moment, just like that. First you believe that it's a good day, and you believe that it's not, because something happens and something changes. So what are you? And I submit for your mindful, prayerful consideration that you are, bless you, you are twice blessed, that you are the awareness that you are not the voice in your head. The awareness that you are not your thinking. That you are, in fact, the space within which your thoughts arise, your emotions arise, your feelings arise. That's who you are. This awareness, this space, is God as you. It is the divine presence. And every one of us can get there. Every one of us has an inner personal pause button. Right? You do. Do you there's an interpersonal pause button, which when you push it, says, wait a minute. It takes a step back. And it says, I'm not that voice. That's not who I am. Yes, I feel this way, but that's not me. I feel angry, I'm upset, but that's not me. At the moment, I really, really, really don't like this person, but that's not me. Because you are a loving being. You know that. That awareness, that presence, that ability to pause and take a step back. That's God as you. That's God as love, and you are love. The very first time you laid eyes upon your newborn child, your niece or your nephew, you were not thinking. You were not thinking. And the feeling that you experienced was not an automatic reaction. It was a soulful recognition. It was a recognition of yourself, of your love, of appearing to be out here. And you felt no separation. You felt no otherness. All you felt was connection, no separation, unity. That is divine presence. When you behold these flowers, these amazingly beautiful flowers, look at the quality of that red. You're not thinking. You are responding on a soul level to beauty. That love, that divine presence that stands behind thought is love and it's peace. It is your very nature. The Apostle Paul said, when you understand who you are, I'm adding a few words at the beginning, I'll get to the quote. When you understand who you really are, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding. Well, why does the peace have to surpass all understanding? Because understanding is of thought. And the peace of which he speaks cannot be contained by thought. It cannot be defined by thought. It can't be explained by thought. It is your very essence. It is beyond thought. It exists on a plane that thought can't comprehend. We talk about the divine mind, but God, as I understand God, God doesn't think. We think, we have the ability to think. God doesn't think, God is. God is being, not thinking. We so often try to find our peace and our happiness in our thoughts. I'll think happier thoughts. I'll be happier thoughts. Now, we can be so incredibly, veritably Velcro to our thoughts. How would you feel if I said 60 seconds ago, somewhere, a car has just been stolen? Not so much, right? See, you don't get it. Now, about 70 seconds ago, your car was just stolen. How would you feel if someone ran in here right now and shouted, "Who has license plate XYZ?" And it was your plate, your license number. And they said, "That car was just stolen." And if you ran outside and you saw that your car was exactly where you parked it. You see, our minds do not have the ability to distinguish between a real situation and a thought about a situation. How can that be who we really are? Aren't we more than that? Aren't we bigger than that? Aren't we grander than that? We all know the answer. A resounding yes. I was visiting a friend in Colorado this past March. And we got together one-on-one at a coffee shop. She wanted to talk about these thoughts she had, these recurring thoughts and beliefs she had about some members of her family. And these thoughts were causing her tremendous stress and sleeplessness. And I said, "So Bonnie, how would you feel if I walked into this coffee shop to meet you?" I need to tell you this first. Bonnie is a huge dog lover. I don't mean Bonnie is huge. Nor do I mean that she loves only huge dogs. But she's a huge dog lover. You understand what I mean? Okay, so, huge dog lover. So I said, "Bonnie, how would you feel if I came in here to meet you and said, you know, there's a dead dog outside on the sidewalk?" She said, "I'd feel horrible." I said, "Exactly." I said, "But what if there wasn't a dead dog outside on the sidewalk?" She said, "Well, then you'd be a liar." I said, "True. But that's really not the point." And she knew that. She got it. Our minds do not have the ability to distinguish between what appears to be a real event and a thought about it. This is the ego at play in our world. And the ego is nothing more than this. It is you and I identifying with forms as who we are. It's identifying with physical forms, emotional forms, thought forms, beliefs, defining us as who we are. And then there is the numero uno, Ichiban, number one form that we identify with, which is our bodies. Our bodies. If someone were to walk up here right now and push me, well, you might hear me say, something Italian. You might hear me say, "I just got pushed." But I'd be lying, or at least deluding myself, because I did not get pushed. My body got pushed. I submit to you, there is a profound difference. I know a young woman who, on those occasional times that she catches a cold, says, "My body got sick." You will never hear her say, "I got sick," because she knows that's not her truth. Her body is sick, but not who she is. She is